Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's tips for the AFL. We're going to jump straight into it and get this ball rolling. I know this video is an hour and a half late. I tried to wait until the 6:20 drop cutoff when the teams get announced so that I can show you all of this. As you can see, Carlton versus Melbourne. The ins are pretty big for Carlton. A lot of defence coming back in, and yeah, a little bit of concern with the outs, but Erosio Fantasia, it's nothing to scoff about. But for Melbourne, Jake Bowie, Bailey Laurie, Taj Woden is sub. Yeah. So anyway, I think Carlton will win this game. Oh, my highlighter's not working. Oh, it is. It just doesn't work on that background. So we'll just colour them in. Yep. So I reckon they'll win this game pretty comfortably. It is actually going right now. I can see it on the TV, so safe bet there. Yeah, so we'll move on. Geelong Cats versus Port Adelaide. Now, this is a GMHBA stadium. Port Adelaide can't defend properly. This is going to be a tough game for them. I think Geelong Cats will win this, regardless of who comes in, who comes out. And as you can see, Tui goes out because he's being managed. He's 31 years old or something like that. But coming in for Port Adelaide is Aliir, Jeremy Finlayson. So they've got some damage here, but not enough. Geelong Cats will get this one done pretty safely, I would assume. Yeah, that's a safe bet. Geelong Cats at GMHBA Stadium. Easy bet. So we'll go on to Saturday, I think, and no, this is also Friday night. Okay, so this is probably the toughest game of the round. Spiskalski coming back in, and not sure about Patrick Voss. Aaron Francis, not sure about. Tom McCartan goes out. Sean Darcy out. Oh, that's a big one. Okay, so they've taken a ruckman out. One ruckman versus one ruckman. They seem to play pretty good like that, but Fremantle have got a little bit of blitz going. And I don't know, Sydney Swans, they're bound to have a loss here or there. And unfortunately, I think this is one of those weeks. We're going to see a loss here for Sydney. So I think Fremantle will get the job done here as well. Sydney, yes, they're a good team, and a lot of their players are firing this year, but Fremantle, for me, especially at home. If this wasn't at home for Fremantle, I would definitely tip the other way. But yeah, home crowd. Swiskowski coming back in. Sean Darcy going out of the side actually helps them with the one ruckman. Jackson seems to play better when he's up by himself as a ruckman. And Tom McCartan going out, that's a big out. Yeah. Hawthorn versus St Kilda. St Kilda, they surprised me last week. They played North Melbourne, so what is there to surprise me with? But you know that Liam Henry comes back in. Ben Patton, didn't he retire? Oh, okay. Matthias Philippou out. Ryan Barnes. Philippou's a big out. Big out. Luke Bruce, Mitchell, and Sarong. Jai Sarong. Is he a part of their team? Or is that a different Sarong? It's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be a different Sarong. Oh, Sicily's out. Okay. Ward omitted. Harris. Okay, see, I was going to tip... Oh, this is in Tasmania. I was going to tip Hawthorn, but I think the safe bet here is St Kilda. Yeah, so... Yeah, with their captain out, and Ward out, and Morrison, Bruce is not going to make much of a difference. Sarong, that's a different Sarong. I'm thinking of the Fremantle Sarong. That's got to be the different Sarong. But yeah, Philippou, not much of a difference here. St Kilda will win this game. It'll be a tough contest down in Tasmania. It's you got to kick straight, and it's very tough in that windy conditions. But St Kilda will get the job done. Essendon versus GWS. This is a big test for Essendon. Huge test. Essendon have to get the job done here if they want to be a chance for finals. Marvel Stadium, GWS Giants, they'll stand a chance here. Nick Hind comes in. Dersma. Okay, Dersma hasn't been doing too much this year, so that's not much of a loss. Nick Haynes comes in. Coniglio and Stone. Weir. Brown goes out suspension, and Peatling. So this is a huge game for the Giants. Essendon, on the other hand, it's a huge game for them in terms of their season. Like, I know we're not halfway yet, and Essendon have a really good win-loss ratio, but this is, where are Essendon? Are they good enough? I don't think they are. On a Saturday afternoon, 4:35 at Marvel Stadium, I think the safe bet here would be the Giants, and I'm going to tip them. Yeah, I just think that with Coniglio especially, and Nick Hines a good player, but the defensive capabilities is not going to improve over, like, Browns are out, so that's disappointing, but the Giants are going to be able to score very strongly, and I think they'll be looking to come back against their recent form, and Essendon just aren't going to have the firepower to keep up with them. So, yeah, Giants for me. Okay, Richmond versus Western Bulldogs. Well, I would say this is an easy bet, but let's have a look. Bolter is out. No, Bolter is in. Prestia back in. Let's see how long he lasts. Graham back in. Jack Graham, he's a good player. Oh, Dylan Grimes is out. McIntosh is out. Naismith is out. Huge outs. These are huge. A lot of new players coming in. Camus is out. Liberatore, yeah, I think he's going to retire soon. At the way they're talking about it in the media. So yeah, that's a big out. I don't know. Western Bulldogs look like they're picking on younger teams. So this is a younger team that they can pick on, and I think they'll win. Actually, they don't have. Yeah, they got the Bond. Yeah, they got the Bond. Yeah, they'll be right. Yeah, and they got Trelaw. So Western Bulldogs will win this game. Richmond, I just don't see them as a very good threat at the moment. Gold Coast Suns versus North Melbourne. Let me have a think, because Gold Coast were terrible last week. Ulwald comes in. I think he's a new player. No, I would say down here. Sexton, Johnson, Davies, Jeffrey, and Humphrey come in. Powell goes out. Fiorani, Swallow, Atkins, Reed. So no big outs for North Melbourne. Phillips, Lazario, Greenwood. Out goes Simpkin, Pink, Dersma. So Simpkin and Dersma is a big out. I guess Dersma, he didn't play that well last week. He was okay, but he wasn't great. Simpkin, that's a big out. I think the Suns will get this done. Yep. So the Suns will win this game pretty comfortably, I think. Collingwood versus West Coast. Well, you know, I've got my Collingwood hat on, and I would say Collingwood here, but let's have a look at the game regardless. Reef McGuinness is in. Allen, McRae, Bytel, Richards, and Charlie Dean. Because Schultz, Mychek, and McCreary are out, and we got 3 newcomers. Now, Elliot Yeo's been injured, which is unfortunate for West Coast. That's a really big blow for them. Waterman, that changes everything. I can easily say right now that Collingwood are going to win this game. Waterman was the biggest problem for Collingwood 2 years ago and last year, and Elliot Yeo was the other big problem. Without these two players, I just don't see, like, Andrew Gaff comes back in. I don't think Andrew Gaff's a very good player. I know he fucking knocked that cunt, that kid's head off a couple of years ago, but Jaden Hunt's a good player. But the rest of these names, they don't scream, improvement. Whereas Elliot Yeo and Waterman, they were carrying the team this year, along with their newcomer Reed. I just think it's pretty much a Collingwood win here, especially at Marvel Stadium. It should be at the MCG, but Marvel West Coast will take that as a chance. They'll be like, oh, they're at Marvel, so that's a different venue for them. So we got them here, but I just think without their key forward, yeah, they're vulnerable here. Collingwood might actually get a hold of them. In fact, this might be a blowout. So we'll look forward to that, hopefully. Adelaide Crows versus Brisbane Lions, and this is the last game. Adelaide Crows, Berry, Burgess and Murphy in. There's no outs here. Oh, it's because it's on Sunday really late, so they don't need to report what's going on yet. That's why I waited so late today. I'm sorry about that, but I wanted to get all the ins and outs to make an assessment. Lions comes back in. Fort comes back in. Gardner out. McCarthy out. Ainsworth out. Adelaide Oval, I think Adelaide got this. I know I've been tipping against Brisbane a lot this year, but that has a lot to do with their unpredictability. And at Adelaide Oval, I just don't think they've got more injured than what is said here. They've got people underperforming, people bombing it in long. They're just not playing good footy. Whereas Adelaide Crows have been efficient. They give them a sniff, they'll take a mile. Adelaide will win this game, I think, pretty comfortably. And that's all I have to say about that. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this content. I do gaming content as well. You might see that every once or twice a week. As always, be good to your mother, and I'll see you next time. Peace.